Hello, my friends. How the hell are ya? If you can guess what state I'm in, what state this hotel that I'm in is in, I will give you $50 off of your next healing session. What state am I in? I guarantee you can't guess it. I don't think you can guess it. It's hard. It's tricky and hard. And when I say state, I do mean like a state in the country of America, not like a state of being. Speaking of states of being, I've been meditating in the Akashic records of everyone who will see this and everyone who will benefit for it. This is your 3-card spread for this week. Sometimes when I'm in the records, so much energy pulls through my system that I do a lot of releasing on behalf of all of you. And so if I do a bunch of yawning during this reading, it's because I'm clearing a lot of energy for you people. You're welcome. Okay, so I've pulled these 3 cards. We've got the recent past, the current moment, and the coming around the corner future. This is, of course, from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck that I love so very much. Okay, the recent past, we have the Wishing Well. Very interesting, very positive, very hope-inducing, hope-filled card. In the present moment, interesting. We have the goblins flipped upside down, goblins reversed. Some decks, as many of you know, discuss what the card reversed means, and some don't. This one happens too. So, and the outcome is the Stormfields card reversed. Oh. Let's see what all this means. And it may not be an oh. But that's my initial projection. Okay, the recent past, she says, our dear Colette Baron Reed, says, desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. Isn't that just the deepest spiritual teaching right there? Have your desire, and then let go of the attachment to ownership. It doesn't mean don't pursue your desire. Pursue it. It's just when we squeeze the life out of it by holding on so fucking tight, we just make it impossible for the universe to deliver to us the miracles it's trying to deliver. And then we wonder why things are slowed down, or things are difficult, or things are confusing. Okay. Desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration. Indeed. And you're sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. Let's get more of my head in this frame, shall we? It is an aha moment when everything makes sense. Perhaps you recognize a soulmate, or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The Wishing Well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way, all from you just desiring stuff. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens. It just does. To that end, you cannot control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear and when. Form your intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well, then trust in spirit. Prepare to be amazed. I love that. Form your intention, so get clear on what you desire, and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well. Wish, drop, ask, desire, then trust in spirit, prepare to be amazed. Okay, now, what this tells me is you're sitting at home, or you're walking around, or you're in a Target, I don't know where you are, and you're desiring some stuff. You're thinking about the future. You're thinking about what could come next. We're all coming out of a crazy lockdown pandemic situation. I'm not surprised people are starting to finally I could have expansive thoughts again. I could think about what's possible rather than thinking about how to survive this day with my kids in this house, right? Now, when we start to think about what's possible, it's very common for the Goblins card to come up. But interestingly, we have it here reversed. The Goblins card, not reversed in its normal orientation to reality, is about all those limiting voices and negative thoughts that come up when we start to really vision our future. So let's see what it says reversed. It's often difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. No one is perfect, But in this case, you're particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. Don't take this world personally. When the Goblin's card arrives reversed, it's a sign to step back with detachment. Don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. Love yourself unconditionally. Set boundaries and your goblins will fall asleep. Love is the only answer. Interesting. So you're envisioning stuff, you're dropping things into the coins, into the wishing well of reality. You're starting to maybe take a little action, do some risky stuff, make new moves, and then all of a sudden, you're particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. Don't take this word personally. When the Goblin cards are step back with detachment. Don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. Of course, this suggests that you need to understand what your own personal wounds are, right? This is a reason to come to healing class, by the way. Star Beings, we start July 5th, Mondays, 10 to 12, California time. 7 weeks. That's a week from now that we start for 7 weeks. Come on in. The water is bright and shiny and it's going to change your shit in a way that you're like, what? Like that. You got to know what your wounds are in order to understand which wounds are triggered when people try to manipulate you, right? If you don't know what your patterns are and what your tendencies are and where you tend to go unconscious, you won't know what to look for. Set boundaries and your goblins will fall asleep. Love is the only answer. Remember, please, everybody, that I can't put my hand up over there because I got this bright light. Look at that. Shadows on the face. These are my goblins. These shadows right here. No idea what I was going to say. Love. I know what I was going to say. Love is the only answer. Here's the deal. People often think love, when a card says something about love, that means like hugs and wind and fairies and the river of light and clouds and ponies. Sometimes love, self-love, looks like, no, I'm not coming to the party because I'm tired. Boundaries are self-love. When you say, sorry, Mom, I can't hang out for 6 weeks at Christmas, I can hang out for 24 hours. Boundaries, self-love. Okay, you caring for you, you cannot be the vehicle of light and the vessel of light and consciousness for the people if you are not taking excellent, over-the-top care of yourself. You are a piece of china. You are a crystal vase. But you treat yourself sometimes like, oh, you're just some fucking paper Starbucks cup you're just going to throw on the beach of life. You're just going to hand the paper cup of you to any old chump who walks by? No, you're not. You're a crystal vase, motherfucker. Stop it. Care for you. Primo, number one, above all else. That's what people who are very successful in this life do. Big time boundaries. Lots of saying no. Love in their heart, want to see you, want to go to the garden party, want to come to your baby shower, can't. Sending love from afar because I care about myself. Now the outcome of all this is we have the Stormfields card reversed. Let's see what that freaking means. Reversed. Now is not the time to engage in any activity, watch me now, that brings unwanted chaos or drama into your life. This kind of storm can be destructive and you'll regret your actions later. Hurtful words will be carried on the wind and bring a tornado of betrayal, anger, and unnecessary angst. Find shelter. This turbulent weather will pass and your house will be untouched. Say no to drama. Drama. Wait till the storm blows over, only then will you be heard. I mean, when you end up saying to people, no, I can't go places, sometimes they have reactions to you. When you have excellent boundaries and you care for yourself and you love yourself, sometimes people go, but why won't you do what I want you to do? Why won't you be covertly manipulated by my passive-aggressive, guilt-sucky vampire energy on you? And then they try to create Stormfields and drama, to which you're going to go, here's my best tool when people start to create drama in your life. You just don't respond. You just don't respond. They do drama. You don't respond. And what not responding does is it forces them to deal with themselves a little bit and go, okay, why are they not responding? maybe I was a little mean. Was I a little mean? And then they start to spin in their little head. Now, if they're real crazy, what they'll do is attack you more when you set boundaries. That's when you definitely don't respond, and you definitely don't go there for Christmas. You don't owe them that just because they birthed you from their body. Okay? Give it a bunch of days until you have no reaction in your body to the drama that's coming at you from their body. And what that'll do is it'll settle them down energetically, and it'll settle you down. And then when you're ready to respond from a centered, calm place, please don't respond to stuff when you're activated and you want to respond. Restraint of pen and tongue, as they say in the 12-step programs. Don't respond. The moment you want to go like, what? What'd you say, bitch? Don't wait. You waiting is the thing that's going to freak them out even more, make them all, I'm crazy, I'm going to act out my crazy over here outside of this person's life. And then a couple days go by and they usually calm down and you can have a better conversation. So wait for the drama to pass. Sometimes, you know how I've even seen this play out? If you're like buying something or putting money down on a house or a big money thing in any way, and they come and you're in a little bit of a negotiation, and you've set your terms, and they come back with like a weird reaction, and you just do nothing, sometimes a couple days later they come back and they go, we'll take your offer. Because we don't know what's going on in the astrological transits. We don't know what happened in their life that day. We don't know who's mad at whose mom. Mom is coming up a lot today. We don't know who's like ran their kid's foot over with a tractor in a farm. We don't know what's going on in their reality. So sometimes you got to when people come at you with drama and you don't engage, their drama just goes, pff, it's like the air goes out of the tire. So don't engage. All right, recent past, wishing well. You're putting coins in that wishing well. You're starting to take action. You're visioning the future. Stuff comes up. People want to manipulate you when you do that. You're open. You're an open soul because you're this kind of person doing this kind of stuff. So people don't, boundaries. Say no. Don't be manipulated. Love yourself, mofo. And the outcome is if they freak out, just take a minute. Take a little minute. Don't respond when you're heated. What's the saying? When agitated, oh, son of a gun. Don't something when agitated. Practice restraint of pen and tongue. When agitated, we pause when agitated. God, that was so easy, I couldn't think of it. Feels like a really good little sign to have on my wall. Pause when agitated. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if that sign were all over the world, we'd be doing better as a race of humans. Pause when agitated. All right, I love you, my friends. Join us for Star Beings if you're a little bit of already an advanced traveler and you've done some energy work and you're ready to deepen your dive and connect to the star nations and the star families that desire to contribute to you. This is a class for people already on a spiritual path who are ready to activate the shit out of yourselves in your star being alignment, ready to deepen your spiritual connection, and ready to clear trauma, karma, past lives, etc. that might stand in the way of you moving forward in your life. Book a private session when you're ready, katierubin.com. Best to go with a package, because usually any door we open, there's more stuff behind that door. Go for the package, if you're wondering. And my highest level healing class will begin again in about 4 weeks, and I'll be announcing next week the topic of that class. What else? Writing class is in the midst of happening, so you can't come. You're not invited. We're doing deep shit over there, and you're not a part of it. Sorry. Love you!